Hello, welcome to the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Joey at JWonderl on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Richard everywhere.
I'm Shannon at Shakao on the MakeCode forums.
Okay, so today we're continuing on with our boss battles like we are going to for the rest of the week. And we are going to make a fun boss today. So it's my favorite boss from not Mega Man. And it's a boss that will just be a little character that jumps around the screen and fights you. And throw stuff at you sometimes. Might be similar to Shadow Man from Mega Man 3, but I don't think that's.
Oh, wait, is that the robot that has the giant shuriken on his head?
Yes, that's exactly the one that I really like him for that.
I thought he looked better in Network. In the...
I'm offended. Ooh, now what color do we choose for the ninja guy? I'm thinking.
We already did purple, man.
But we did dark purple.
No, it was
still
this
purple.
Well, what are the colors ninja color?
Blue? You could use that bright blue, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like this blue too. Okay, so we got our boss. And we need the name. Do we have a name in mind? Maybe we should name it after our person who's not here.
So it's got to be D, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, there is one D name that comes to mind.
I'm just going to name it Daryl because he is in the game today instead of being with us. Let's give them an acceleration. You have it as gravity, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So set my sprite, set Daryl's gravity, AY, to gravity.
And can we kind of get more specific on what the patterns you want this boss to do?
Oh, sure. So the boss in the Mega Man game that we're not basing it off of jumps around the screen and they move towards you at all times. So they have a VX towards you. And so occasionally they'll jump. After a certain point, they start dashing at you. So in between jumps, they'll occasionally like move really fast and just try and catch you. And they also throw stuff at you. So in that case, it was shurikens. In this case, it will probably be smaller blue blocks.
Cool.
We will see.
So the goal is to not run into the boss and also dodge the projectiles that they're to you.
And the projectiles, he does 2 at a time. So it goes 1 to the right and 1 up at an angle.
So you kind of have to jump through the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So we got our little boss. And I guess the
kind on the boss is.
Oh, yes, good call. So, boss projectile. That's good. So we got our boss, and I guess the first step would just be to make it so it always moves towards you. It's a pretty simple follow behavior, but when there's no walls that are going to block him, that works pretty well. So let's just make a little on-game update for the boss. That'll work for now. And let's say set VX, and we want to check if you're to the left of it, we want to set the VX to be moving to the left. If you're to the right of it, we want to set the VX to be moving to the right. So if, let's see, logic, and we want the player VX, or no, the player X is less than Daryl X, then we want to set Daryl VX. Do we have a speed for the? Oh
no.
I know.
No, we don't. I'll leave it just as a hard code thing for now. I'm not sure if we're going to change. No, we are going to change it because we need it for the dash, so I'll make that. Daryl, it needs to be capitalized because I accidentally capitalized. Daryl horizontal speed. Set that to, we're moving at player speed, which is 100. Let's say like 60. Yeah. So set this one to Daryl horizontal speed. And I need to make this one, we want to move left on this one, so I need to make it negative for this one. So 0 minus Daryl horizontal speed. We got a simple follow. Maybe that's a bit fast.
So if I'm remembering the thing that we're not basing this off of correctly, it only moves while it's jumping, and there's pauses in between when it moves. So it's not constantly moving. It just moves when it's doing a jump.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So maybe I'll move this out to a forever loop then instead of a game update, so that we can set that basically.
Well, you could keep it in the game update and just check to see if you're hitting a wall on the bottom.
Okay, yeah. So on game update, logic, if, wrap all this, C, and is Daryl hitting wall bottom?
You want not that, right?
Yes. Yes. So then we want logic not. I get the feeling we might actually need to move this out because we're probably going to want to do a pause or something.
Oh, there goes Daryl.
It's because it's not setting the velocity when it's yeah, you need to do that. Yeah.
Oh, not comment. Daryl, set it to 0. So now it'll slightly move at the beginning, but then do nothing. So that's good. And now we want it to jump. So it's going to be the same behavior as the jump speed up here, probably. We have the 0 minus. But in that game that we're not basing it off of, it jumps a bit higher. So we'll probably just do a little bit of a random amount between the jump speed and maybe a little bit more than jump speed. So if we wanted to constantly jump, we would just put it right here. Set Daryl VY to...
Well, you would want it in the else.
The other one, yeah.
Right. Set Daryl's VY to math, pick random. And so we want the minimum of jump velocity, so it at least jumps as high as you do. But we're doing its reverse, so that's going to be the maximum, actually. There we go. And then let's say 50% more. It doesn't really scale right because we're missing a square root, so it's going to be more than 50% higher jump maximum, if that makes sense. Okay, so he's doing the little jumps at me.
I like the randomness a lot, actually. I wonder if
I think we need the pause in between to make it feel good at all to start.
Yeah, and also like I like the idea of setting the velocity at the start of the jump and having it not change.
Yeah, I like that too, actually.
So then if we do this, oh, I didn't know that worked. Okay. I didn't realize you could grab alt and just grab out the not and not the things inside of it. So then that part is there, and then we need set to 0, doing this. We need the pause in between to have the time between the jumps. So then what I need is a forever loop so that we can put a pause in here. And let's start with a second between pauses. We might change that. So takes a second, and then he jumps at me. Second, and then he jumps at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cool.
Something weird happened.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know what's happening right there, so I'm gonna keep on going and see if I can figure it out while doing something else. Okay, so another part that he has is the shuriken, right? So he will throw the shuriken when he's on the ground. I guess an easy way to do that would be just before the pause, like we have another pause that says, wait a second, throw the shuriken, wait another second, and then try jumping again.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't throw it every single time, though, so maybe just do it like 20% of the time or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like before it does a jump, there's 3 things that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can either do a jump, it can dash at you,
Yeah.
or it can fire 2 projectiles.
Yes. That would be good. That works. I think if we do it like this, so if we just start off and we have just our 2 cases, our dash, and then we maybe have another 20% chance here. And if we just put it in here and we have another pause in here, that will do a good enough job to start. Right? So this would be the throwing projectiles. So we can do that real quick. So set projectile 2 to make it like 4 by 4. And blue. And we want to throw it at the player.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, so we need another check like this one. Is there anything else? There's not an easier way to do that in the blocks right now. Okay.
No,
so
that's the easiest way to do it in JavaScript too. You just need to check the X, and then the Y will always be the same.
Yeah.
Yes. If we do the diagonal one, we'll want to put that in here too, but that is right. So projectile 2, projectile.
You're using projectile from side.
Oops. Yes, you are right. Sprite projectile from Daryl. 4 by 4 and bloop. And I will duplicate this one over here. This is mad about something.
I think it doesn't like that disabled block for whatever reason.
That would make sense.
Oh, it might be fine now.
Okay. So.
Oof.
Okay, this one, that's weird.
This is almost certainly a bug that is fixed in beta. You could probably refresh, and I bet it would fix it too.
Yeah, 1 second. So if it's less, send it to the left. If it's more, or send it to the right. So then this one. That. Oh. Duplicate. Take this. And 0. Let's make this 100% quick.
Hey. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That part's working. We should add a little pause in between before it too, probably. Just say a half second so that you have time to move out of the way if they're landing on top of you and it doesn't throw immediately. Okay, 30% now. So we got that one. We can do the diagonal one too, so we have something to dodge. That one is fairly simple, but it's a little bit of trigonometry for that one. So
I don't think you have to. It'll probably be close enough, right?
You just set the VY.
I'm pretty certain that in the game we're not basing this off of they do not do trigonometry.
Well, it was moving at the same rate. I saw that part. So it moves up.
I'm pretty sure
time.
it stayed the same on the X, which would mean that they are not doing trigonometry.
I thought it lied behind on the X, but it's easy enough to add in later. So I definitely agree with not doing it for now, at least. So dy of -40. Oh, and let's add one over to this side too. Why is this? Oh, it's because it's a projectile, not a boss projectile. Is that right? Do we have any overlap for that?
I don't think we have any overlaps code yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine then. Let's change these ones to boss projectiles. What we're thinking about it then.
Mhm.
Set kind to boss projectile. I think what I was doing was that I completely forgot that I had already changed it back to
Yeah.
30%.
You could do this at the end outside of. This is fine too. Okay.
We can't do it at the end because we need this intermediate one.
Yeah, I guess they're named the same.
Projectile 2. Okay. So we got our throwing, and I guess the next part is dash. Oh. What is going on with that double jump behavior sometimes?
Wait, you do a jump.
Do you know what's happening?
Nope. You didn't leave any walls behind in the tile map, did you?
I don't think I touched the tile map at all, actually. No, it's just walls right there. Weird. Okay. Well, I'll add in the dash first, and then we can start debugging that probably. I don't want to get too distracted on the debugging that like last week. Okay, I guess we're just going to do this one again for the setting the velocity. And this one, we want to do it very fast towards the player. So this one we can add like another 500 milliseconds outside right here.
Well, it looks like maybe you could pull out the direction at the top of this check and then just use it wherever.
Well, yeah. You need to make the decision after the other pause, right?
Yes. So we need to wait after this pause, and this pause only happens conditionally.
Sure. I don't think it makes too much of a difference if it immediately reacts to the direction you're in, but this is good too. I think this is fine. We should just do. Yeah.
We can clean it up at some point. Okay. So we want to make it so it dashes towards you half the time. Let's just zero this one out so we can get this behavior consistently happening. Okay, so we're setting the velocity here so that it moves towards you. And let's say twice as fast, it feels like a good dash.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So let's get our math block. Let's get times. And 2 times that, and another times 2 times. Go.
Ooh.
Maybe that's a little bit fast, but you have to jump out of the way, which I guess is fair.
I think the speed is fine. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You need to stop it before this pause, though.
Same thing. The pause should be lower.
Yes.
Let's see. So we should lower this pause, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but probably only if you do a dash.
I think you could just do one of these 3 things, kind of like Richard was saying before. Yeah, like jump or dash or throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this one? I guess this is basically the same behavior anyway. We'll just never get the dash right now, but we'll see that in just a second. What is happening? Oh, it's because there's no pause after.
Dash, but it's only for 500 milliseconds now. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too fast, but
I think you should lower the pause after it. Again.
Yes. 200.
Yeah. Well, that's very threatening.
Okay. So let's see how it feels if we make reasonable amounts. So maybe most of the time you should do a jump. So let's just do like 20, 20, and then the rest of the time it will be that. I guess we should probably do a pick random to do the states consistently.
I think math-wise, the 20-20 doesn't work.
It wouldn't be 20% of the time. It'd be 20% of the remainder. So 16% of the time this would happen. And, okay. So Let's do pick random. Let's store it in a variable. And let's say chosen action. So we set that here, and we say 0 to 5. And
What?
1 second.
Oh, I get it.
If
Gotcha.
chosen action is less than or equal to 0, I guess. Well, equal to 0 in this case, but I just wanted to copy and paste it. It'll do this one, so that'll happen 1/5 of the once. This is inclusive. 1/5 of the time it'll do this. Else, if chosen action is less than or equal to 1, I guess, yes. I'll leave that in there just so it's easier to copy and paste if we add another state. So this will mean that we have a number between 0 and 4 here, so 5 possible. And if it's 0, we will do the, this is the attack, the throwing projectiles. If it's 1, we will do the dash, and the rest of the time, 2, 3, 4, it'll do the jump. It's doing a pause in between the jump, the VY and VX, it looks like, because it's just jumping straight up.
Go back up to the top of this forever.
Yes.
If is Daryl hitting wall bottom? It just seems like that's returning.
It seems like it's returning true here, maybe, or something like that.
Oh, it could be the edges of the tile map.
I feel like I saw it do a double jump in the middle, though.
I feel like I did see it happen here too.
Yeah, see?
There it is. Yep.
Could it just be some kind of timing thing?
I don't see how though, because
Yeah, I don't see how that's happening. So we set the velocity to 0 here. Hitting the wall.
could we refactor this code into like dash, jump, and fire?
Yes. Yeah. It's becoming unreadable. Make the toolbox nice and big. Let's say fire, boss, fire, projectile. Oh, so way at the top.
Yeah, it's always going to put it up there, so you should just create all of them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be nice to autofocus the text input here as a note to myself for later on.
And I know you want to call this one boss dash, but you should call it Daryl dash.
And before I mess up other stuff, I'm going to just rename all of them here because that is important.
Rename.
Daryl throw.
Daryl throw and Daryl jump. That sounds like a good name for another game too, though. All of these ones: Daryl jump, Daryl throw, Daryl. Okay.
What do you guys think about having Daryl quickly say Daryl jump or Daryl throw or?
I'm pro it.
I think Daryl would be game.
So this one is Daryl throw. This one is Daryl dash. And this one is Daryl jump. Okay. Let's get these back in here. So now we have to actually call them. So Daryl throw, Daryl jump, Daryl dash. And the important part that Richard was mentioning.
Oh, you meant in the game.
Yeah.
Huh?
I thought you were just petitioning to collect sound bites for future use.
Oh no.
This is going to be useful because it will give you a little warning too. So you'll know what's coming and prepare. Row. Are any of these too long is the question. Daryl jump.
Oh.
Okay, so there's no pause after Daryl throw because I was using the old one too. So let's add that back in real quick. So that we have a little.
I love this. Daryl is so excited about all the things he can do.
And Daryl throws the exact right length for a sprite say, I think, which is perfect.
I also have not seen the double jump.
Which is very concerning to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made it a little bit more likely. Only 50% of the time he does the jump now.
Oh.
Okay, there we
Yep.
do the double jump. Okay.
But it didn't say Daryl jump.
Didn't say Daryl jump.
I mean, I don't know. Double jump isn't a deal breaker for me. It's like a.
It's not. It's just. I don't know why it's happening. Okay. Let's get into the actual.
The boss. Can we make it say Daryl done?
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's add in, actual gameplay mechanics. So on sprite of kind player is hit by a projectile. We just want to destroy it, or we want to take down health. So we go in info.
Daryl likes this game.
It's gonna be really heartbreaking if we see in a few hours what is this awful game you guys made on stream today? I'm very offended. Let's destroy with. What do you think Daryl's favorite effect is? Do disintegrate.
I think disintegrate looks the best.
Yeah, probably shorter though.
Yes, much shorter, like 50. No, 20. Do the minimum amount. Actually, another important thing is that we should just set the position so you're not overlapping to start with, because that feels bad. So set Daryl right to 150, maybe 155, just off the right side of the screen.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Oh, and you should put the player on the left.
Yeah. Player left to 5. Oh, we shouldn't do this.
Cool. Very
Okay.
showdown.
You're not just immediately losing. We can even do the drop in from the top, like all of the not Mega Man games do. So we also want to take.
Don't do that. You run in from the left. Yeah.
Don't you run in from the left and drop down from a little pipe to the top?
No, a little door opens. You run in.
Oh no.
Door closes.
Sad. So we don't want to destroy the boss if you get hit, but we do want to damage you. So let's just pause for. You get a second or half a second of invulnerability after that.
Mhm.
Oh.
I guess the door is slightly raised off the ground, but you're not dropping from the top.
Okay. Maybe it's another one of the million Mega Man style games I've played that does that. Okay, so we got getting hit. I guess we have to do boss taking damage again, because I don't think we had that code in here. So let's see, on sprite of kind boss. Okay, no, we should keep it consistent. The boss collides with a projectile. We don't have boss health yet, do we? Okay. Daryl, do we have a name for Daryl health?
No. Daryl health.
So Daryl health, let's say what was yours yesterday? It was at 40, I think?
Mine
50?
was 50. The previous two were 100. So,
Okay. 100 probably feels right.
Hmm.
It's probably an easier one to get through to start with. So in this case, change Daryl health by -1 and duplicate. I don't know if this is going to do weird things because I duplicated the other one. Maybe I should. I guess the projectile should be faster, and also because the projectile felt pretty slow there. Also move up higher, the top one. Let's do negatives. Oh, what is going? Do you guys know what's happening?
I think validator is getting upset for some reason.
Yeah, try just saying enter and then.
There we go. Oh, negative 74.
Yeah, can't let that stand.
No, that would be very bad. Okay, so it goes up higher, and then let's. It should go faster than Daryl horizontal speed, so maybe also 2 times it. Two times. Oh, this is awful. Oh. And okay. So I think this is the basic mechanics done. So we need, well, now we need something to happen when you actually run out of here. So we need that log. If, should we have several state, like in between things when you damage them enough? Or should it just be the one Daryl done?
Oh, like different things to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Daryl health is less than or equal to 0, then we want to.
It should say Daryl done for.
So Daryl will say Daryl done for unhappy.
Oh.
That's a little too long, I think.
2 seconds. 1 second. To test this one, I'm just going to give him 1 health. Ooh. I'll see what happens here. We're probably going to have to change something over here. It'll be an easy change, though. Daryl done for, pause for a second, and then pause for a second and make it a second, and then game over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that was the hardest thing to find. Okay. And over here, then we can also just disable this if they're lower than 0 health, just so that we don't have a weird thing happening when you get out of health and it just continues. So if...
I think you're going to run into bugs if you do that. The safest thing to do would probably be set Vx and Vy to 0, and then reassign the Daryl variable, which is a little hacky, but otherwise you're going to run into trouble with the pauses. You're going to have to constantly check in each of the pause locations. Otherwise it could.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we still want to check it here, though. Because otherwise, I guess we can just make Daryl not a boss anymore at that point. So then we want to create boss, destroy Daryl, create boss, and then reassign Daryl to be a not boss. So
I think if you change Daryl's kind, then you won't take any damage. It'll still jump or whatever, but
wait,
you can't be hurt.
Interesting. I think I do need I need to do both things. I need to check here if so it doesn't do an action after I've finished, after he's taken full damage.
So what I'm saying is, and this is a hack.
Yeah.
You just reassign Daryl to a transparent sprite. And all is well.
Oh, you are right. That is correct. So Daryl to. Okay, so what's happening here is that this one will refer to the new Daryl, like the new Daryl that doesn't exist really. It's just like there. The projectile one will matter still. because we're throwing and it will theoretically throw after it started. I can fix that in a second.
Just put fake Daryl off screen.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we'll set fake Daryl position.
Set the Y.
Okay, just the Y. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I mean, you can do whatever.
To negative, very far off screen. That'll work. And then before we do this, we need to set velocities to 0.
And so if any programmers are watching this, and I hope some are,
I'm sorry.
We are doing something that is terrible right now, but there is a long and storied history of video games doing terrible things like this.
And lots of very funny comments if you read the old game code.
Yes.
Saying like, this is the worst code I've ever written. Somebody fix it, and you know.
I thought you could change Daryl's health to be 1.
I changed it to 0.
Oh.
Does that?
Yeah, that wouldn't work because, yeah.
I did less than or equal to 0.
0 less than or.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So, yeah.
Oh, yes. I flipped it right. Yeah. If Daryl health is less than or equal to 0. Oh, the worst part is that it goes to 0 acceleration or 0 velocity, but it keeps the acceleration. So if he's in the air while you hit him, he just sadly falls to the ground while saying Daryl done for.
Oh.
I think it should be Daryl with an S and then get rid of the frowny face and it should all fit.
Okay, so Daryl.
I feel like Daryl's done is also fine.
Yeah, then I can actually have the pop. 1 second.
Oh, start the disintegration effect too.
Okay. So under effects, start. I mean, we can just set a lot of effects if we want. So
No.
Daryl.
Oh, let's. It's not like it's too crazy. It should still fit with our blocky aesthetic.
Didn't we used to have it so the sprite say was always on the screen?
Oh. Ow.
And
Is it too brutal, Shannon?
It's very tragic. I don't know.
what if there's like a nicer one, like Betty?
Yeah, that's true. We don't want this to be Daryl getting defeated. We just want Daryl to be done.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want it to be defeated. We just want hearts. Yeah, let's give this one 2 seconds, and then that part's good, I think.
Perfect.
Well, the hearts. Yeah, the hearts are fine. How do you like that it still says Daryl's done? Okay. Anything else we were thinking of right away?
If we have time, we could render the boss health in
Ooh.
a bar.
In a status bar of some sort. Sure. Do we want to use the status bar extension or just do that by default, you think?
So I was
Or just do
picturing
it the easy way.
sorry.
Or just do it like hard, like drawing it ourselves.
Yeah, so I was picturing like a big bar along the top or bottom, but the status bar would also work. I don't know.
Sure. Let's see. Well, I think we have a decent amount of time left, so I can probably show the status bar extension. And
We get it. You're using the arcade stream to promote your own work.
so this one's an extension I made. Let's create a status bar. Sprite.
So what is this extension for, Joey?
This extension is for creating status bars. 1 second, let me do my little.
What is a
I think it was
status
add-
bar?
A status bar is a bar that shows the status. So we've done it in previous ones, but it lets you just show a value on the screen. So in this case, we'll show the health that 100%. This is at 100%, but we'll slowly trim it down so it's lower over time.
Okay.
So first, let's just do the setup stuff. So I'm going to make it 160 wide and like 6 tall. So that's awful. But if we just do position at right or at bottom, we can also attach it to the sprite if you want. That looks kind of wonky. Let's do 120 and 4. And
I
let's
think you
give
should
it
put it up top by the player health.
Oh, okay. So just from the top, and okay, let's give it some padding. So this one's a block that I don't like yet, but I will fix it a little bit. So let's say it's 2 pixels from the top, and offset should be like 10. This one's not going to make any sense, but let's make it 60 wide, so it's about half the screen. And
I like.
Yeah.
Oh, you like it all?
Yeah.
Okay. So 90, and then offset is 30. This value doesn't make much sense, but the padding is how far away from the top it is, and the offset is how far along the opposite axis it is. So we got this status bar. Let's give it a little bit more padding, and maybe make it like 8 tall. I don't remember how tall that's about right. So let's give it a border, because right now it looks wonky. So border width 1, and let's make it not purple, blue. Does that look bad?
Maybe pink. Maybe pink to match the other one.
Maybe pink.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what we want to do now is make it so this actually goes down with the boss health. We have the status bar, and that's actually storing our Daryl health from now on. So I can just get rid of Daryl health, and I can leave this one. But I want to go in here, and I want to say set. What's the max value you want to give for the Daryl health, do we think?
It was 100.
It was 100. Yeah. So I'll have max 100 and change Daryl health value by -1. I'm just going to rename all the status bars here to Daryl health. So rename variable.
I don't know if you're okay.
I don't think I was assigned. Oh, yes. Daryl health, and I need to change that to the value of Daryl health. It's less than or equal to 0. So in theory, that should just start trailing down. I like the purple as a background, so I won't change that, but that's also changeable.
Could you make it white to match the other one?
Yes, that's good. So get rid of this one. So if we go here, and I guess the only difference between magic and health is the default color. So that's why I was doing that. So the fill color can be blue. The background can be white. And did I have something here? Oh, what color should it drain as? Maybe.
Yeah, cyan's good.
Yeah. So then it will look like this. The cyan against the white is pretty subtle. Or it's just not showing up. Oh, because it's 100 and it's usually the same value.
But it's here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we got our status bar. We could show the health as a status bar too, but I don't think that's I like the hearts.
Yeah, I think the hearts is useful because you know exactly how many,
Mhm.
and that's the thing you want.
Yeah. So we got that part done. So we got a little status bar.
Cool. Well, unless you have anything else in mind, Joey, I think we've pretty much completed our Daryl boss battle.
Yeah.
I think so too. Sounds good to me. Okay. So I'm Joey at J Wonderall on the forums.
I'm Richard at Richard on the forums.
And I'm Shannon at Shakao on the forums.
Do we remember what stream this was?
37.
37. Okay.
7. Ooh, that's
Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the final game in our boss battle series, and we will be posting all of these stitched together in a boss rush game onto the forum. We'll probably do that off stream though, just because it's a lot of copying and pasting code. But yeah, all right. See you folks tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.